In the grim darkness of the far future, where humanity's survival hangs by a thread, one faction stands as the guardians of technology and knowledge, the Adeptus Mechanicus. These cybernetic priests of Mars, with their enigmatic ways and inscrutable goals, hold the keys to humanity's technological salvation, and perhaps its doom. The Imperium of Man, a vast galactic empire spanning countless worlds, relies on the Adeptus Mechanicus to maintain its technological infrastructure. Without their expertise, the gears of human civilization would grind to a halt, leaving mankind vulnerable to the myriad threats that lurk in the void. Imagine a world where flesh and metal intertwine, where the distinction between man and machine blurs into obscurity. This is the realm of the tech priests, individuals who have undergone extensive augmentation, replacing their mortal bodies with cybernetic enhancements. Their quest for knowledge and understanding of the universe drives them to push the boundaries of what it means to be human. The story of the Adeptus Mechanicus is one of ancient traditions, lost technologies, and a relentless pursuit of progress, all while navigating the complex political landscape of the Imperium. Their influence extends far beyond the red sands of Mars, reaching every corner of human-controlled space. At the heart of the Adeptus Mechanicus lies a paradox. They are both the guardians of humanity's technological heritage and the seekers of new innovations. This duality often puts them at odds with the more conservative elements of imperial society, who view any deviation from established norms as potential heresy. The tech priests' devotion to the machine god, or Omnissiah, forms the foundation of their belief system. This mysterious deity is said to embody all knowledge and technology in the universe. Worship of the Omnissiah takes many forms, from the maintenance of ancient machines to the creation of new technological marvels. To understand the Adeptus Mechanicus, one must delve into the intricate web of their organizational structure. At its apex stands the Fabricator General of Mars, a figure of immense power and influence within the Imperium. Below him, a hierarchy of tech priests, magi, and lesser functionaries carry out the will of the machine god. The Forges of Mars, birthplace of the Adeptus Mechanicus, are a wonder to behold. Vast industrial complexes stretch across the planet's surface, churning out the weapons, vehicles, and equipment that fuel the Imperium's war machine. These forges are more than mere factories. They are cathedrals to the machine god, where the faithful toil in service to their deity. Among the many mysteries surrounding the Adeptus Mechanicus, perhaps none is more intriguing than their mastery of bionics and augmetics. The ability to seamlessly integrate mechanical components with living tissue is a cornerstone of their technological prowess. This fusion of flesh and metal raises profound questions about the nature of humanity and the limits of the human form. The quest for knowledge drives the tech priests to explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Explorator fleets, massive armadas of ships crewed by the most adventurous members of the Adeptus Mechanicus, scour uncharted worlds in search of lost technologies and ancient artifacts. These expeditions often bring them into conflict with alien races and other factions vying for control of valuable resources. Within the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus, knowledge is power. Tech priests jealously guard their secrets, sharing information only with those they deem worthy. This culture of secrecy and competition fosters a constant drive for self-improvement and technological advancement. The language of the Adeptus Mechanicus, a blend of arcane techno-speak and religious symbolism, reflects their unique worldview. Binary cant, a rapid-fire series of clicks and bursts of static, allows tech priests to communicate vast amounts of information in seconds. To the uninitiated, these exchanges are incomprehensible, further shrouding the Adeptus Mechanicus in mystery. As guardians of technology, the Adeptus Mechanicus plays a crucial role in maintaining the Emperor's Imperium. Their expertise is essential for the upkeep of everything from simple lasguns to mighty battleships. Without their constant efforts, the technological regression that plagues much of the Imperium would accelerate, potentially spelling doom for humanity. The relationship between the Adeptus Mechanicus and the rest of the Imperium is complex and often fraught with tension. While both serve the Emperor, their goals and methods frequently diverge. The tech priests' single-minded pursuit of knowledge and technology sometimes puts them at odds with imperial authorities, who view their actions with suspicion. Despite these challenges, the Adeptus Mechanicus remains an indispensable part of the Imperium's power structure. Their control over vital technologies and resources ensures their place at the highest levels of imperial governance. The Treaty of Mars, an ancient agreement between the Emperor and the Mechanicum, codifies this relationship and grants the Adeptus Mechanicus a significant degree of autonomy. As we delve deeper into the world of the Adeptus Mechanicus, we will explore the intricacies of their beliefs, the extent of their technological mastery, and the profound impact they have on the Warhammer 40,000 universe. From the foundries of Mars to the farthest reaches of the galaxy, the influence of the tech priests shapes the destiny of mankind in ways both seen and unseen. Long before the rise of the Imperium, during humanity's first great exodus into the stars, Mars stood as a beacon of technological prowess. The Red Planet, terraformed and tamed by human ingenuity, became a hub of scientific advancement and innovation. Countless generations of settlers transformed the barren world into a thriving industrial powerhouse, laying the foundation for what would become the Adeptus Mechanicus. Ancient records speak of a time known as the Dark Age of Technology, an era of unparalleled scientific achievement. Humanity reached its zenith, creating marvels that would be considered miraculous by later generations. Artificial intelligence, faster-than-light travel, and the manipulation of matter at its most fundamental level were commonplace. Mars stood at the forefront of this golden age, its forges and laboratories producing wonders that pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible. Tragically, this period of enlightenment was not destined to last. The collapse of human civilization during the Age of Strife brought low even the mighty Martian Empire. Warp storms isolated planets, severing vital supply lines and communication networks. On Mars, the carefully maintained environmental systems began to fail, plunging much of the planet back into uninhabitability. Factions fought over dwindling resources, and much of the planet's miraculous technology was lost or destroyed in the chaos. Amidst this devastation, a new ideology began to take root. The survivors on Mars, clinging to the remnants of their once great civilization, developed a reverence for the machines and technology that had allowed them to endure. This reverence gradually evolved into a full-fledged religion, with the concept of the machine god at its core. The followers of this new faith believed that all knowledge and technology emanated from this divine entity, and that by studying and preserving technology, they could come closer to understanding the ultimate truths of the universe. The birth of the cult Mechanicus marked a turning point in Martian history. Its adherents, who would later be known as tech priests, dedicated themselves to the preservation and rediscovery of lost technologies. They saw themselves as the guardians of humanity's technological heritage, tasked with shepherding mankind back to its former glory. This mission gave purpose to a population that had been on the brink of extinction, unifying the disparate factions of Mars under a common cause. As the cult Mechanicus grew in power and influence, it began to codify its beliefs and practices. The Omnicia, identified as the physical manifestation of the machine god, became a central figure in their theology. Some tech priests came to believe that the Omnicia would one day manifest to lead humanity to a new golden age of technology and enlightenment. This belief drove them to scour the galaxy for signs of their deity's presence, interpreting ancient artifacts and complex machinery as holy relics. The organization that would become the Adeptus Mechanicus took shape during this period of religious fervor and technological reclamation. A hierarchy emerged, with the most knowledgeable and augmented tech priests rising to positions of leadership. The Fabricator General, supreme leader of the Martian priesthood, stood at the apex of this new order. Under their guidance, Mars slowly began to rebuild, its forges once again producing the tools and weapons needed for survival in a hostile galaxy. The rediscovery of Terra by Martian explorers marked a pivotal moment in the history of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Initial contact between the two worlds was cautious, with both sides wary of the other's intentions. However, the tech priests soon recognized the potential in an alliance with the nascent Imperium of man. The Emperor, with his seemingly divine powers and vast knowledge, was seen by many as a potential avatar of the Omnicia. Negotiations between Mars and Terra culminated in the signing of the Treaty of Mars, a document that would shape the fate of humanity for millennia to come. This agreement formalized the alliance between the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Imperium, granting the tech priests a significant degree of autonomy in exchange for their technological expertise and industrial might. The Mechanicum, as it was then known, became an integral part of the Emperor's grand plan to reunite humanity under a single banner. With the resources of Mars at his disposal, the Emperor launched the Great Crusade, a massive campaign to reconquer the galaxy in the name of mankind. The Mechanicum played a crucial role in this endeavor, providing the ships, weapons, and equipment needed to wage war on an unprecedented scale. Tech priests accompanied the expedition fleets, eager to uncover lost technologies and expand their understanding of the universe. The Great Crusade brought the Mechanicum into contact with countless human worlds, many of which had regressed technologically during the Age of Strife. The tech priests saw it as their sacred duty to reintroduce these lost colonies to the wonders of technology, often imposing their own beliefs and practices in the process. This led to the establishment of forge worlds across the galaxy, each a miniature version of Mars dedicated to the worship of the machine god and the production of technology for the Imperium. However, the rapid expansion of the Imperium also brought challenges for the Mechanicum. Exposure to alien technologies and long-lost human innovations tested the boundaries of their dogma. Some tech priests advocated for a more open approach to new discoveries, while others clung rigidly to established doctrines. This tension would eventually contribute to a schism within the organization during the dark days of the Horus Heresy. The Horus Heresy, a galaxy-spanning civil war that nearly destroyed the Imperium, had profound implications for the Mechanicum. When the War Master Horus turned against the Emperor, he found allies among some elements of the Martian priesthood. These traitors, seduced by promises of unrestricted technological advancement, threw their lot in with the forces of chaos. The ensuing conflict on Mars, known as the Schism of Mars, saw brother turn against brother in a cataclysmic struggle that left much of the planet in ruins. In the aftermath of the heresy, the loyalist faction of the Mechanicum underwent a significant transformation. Renamed the Adeptus Mechanicus, the organization doubled down on its religious aspects, viewing the traitors' actions as a cautionary tale against the dangers of unchecked innovation. The Fabricator General's power was curtailed, with a series of checks and balances put in place to prevent any single individual from wielding too much influence. The post-heresy era saw the Adeptus Mechanicus take on an even more vital role within the Imperium. With the Emperor interred upon the Golden Throne, the tech priests became the sole custodians of many technologies crucial to humanity's survival. Their monopoly on technical knowledge made them indispensable, even as it fostered resentment and suspicion among other imperial factions. Over the millennia that followed, the Adeptus Mechanicus continued to evolve. The quest for knowledge remained at the core of their mission, driving them to explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy in search of archaeotech remnants of humanity's lost golden age. Explorator fleets ventured into uncharted space, braving the perils of the void to uncover hidden treasures of technology. The doctrine of the Adeptus Mechanicus also underwent subtle changes. The concept of the machine god became increasingly intertwined with that of the Emperor, with many tech priests coming to view the Master of Mankind as the Omnicia incarnate. This belief helped to strengthen the bonds between Mars and Terra, although tensions between the Adeptus Mechanicus and other imperial organizations never fully disappeared. One of the most significant developments in the history of the Adeptus Mechanicus was their mastery of the art of combining flesh with metal. This practice, which began as a means of extending the human lifespan and enhancing cognitive abilities, became a central tenet of their faith. Tech priests viewed the gradual replacement of their organic components with mechanical parts as a form of spiritual ascension, bringing them closer to the perfection of the machine god. The process of mechanization within the Adeptus Mechanicus grew increasingly elaborate over time. What began with simple augmetics, replacement limbs, and sensory organs, evolved into full-body conversions that left little of the original human form intact. The most senior tech priests became more machine than man, their organic brains housed in armored chassis equipped with a dizzying array of tools and weapons. This fusion of flesh and metal raised profound questions about the nature of humanity and the limits of the human form. The tech priests saw it as the ultimate expression of the machine god's will, a melding of organic and inorganic that transcended the limitations of either. To outsiders, however, the sight of heavily augmented tech priests often inspired fear and revulsion, furthering the divide between the Adeptus Mechanicus and the rest of imperial society. The Adeptus Mechanicus's ability to create and maintain servitors' lobotomized humans fused with machinery to perform specific tasks became both a source of their power and a point of ethical contention within the Imperium. While servitors provided an essential workforce for countless industrial and military applications, the practice of creating them was viewed with horror by many. As the millennia passed, the Adeptus Mechanicus faced numerous challenges to their power and ideology. The emergence of techno-heretical cults, the rediscovery of ancient technologies that contradicted established doctrine, and conflicts with other factions within the Imperium all tested the resolve of the tech priests. Yet through it all, they remained steadfast in their dedication to the machine god and their mission to safeguard humanity's technological future. The history of the Adeptus Mechanicus is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. From the ashes of a fallen civilization, they forged a new purpose, preserving the knowledge and skills needed to sustain humanity among the stars. Their journey from a group of survivors on a dying world to one of the most powerful organizations in the galaxy is a saga of faith, determination, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. As the Imperium faces ever-growing threats from within and without, the role of the Adeptus Mechanicus remains as crucial as ever. Their technologies and expertise continue to be the linchpin of humanity's survival strategy. The tech priests' ongoing quest to unlock the secrets of the universe may yet hold the key to mankind's salvation or its ultimate doom. Distinctive in their appearance and philosophy, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus stand apart from the rest of imperial society. Their unique blend of religious fervor and scientific inquiry shapes every aspect of their existence, from their physical forms to their daily rituals. Augmentation lies at the core of the Mechanicus ethos. Viewing the human body as inherently flawed, tech priests seek to overcome these limitations through extensive cybernetic enhancements. This process begins early in their careers and continues throughout their lives, with each new implant or replacement seen as a step towards perfection. Bionic eyes, capable of perceiving a wider spectrum of light and analyzing data in real time, often replace natural organs. Mechadendrites, prehensile mechanical tentacles that sprout from the body, serve as additional limbs for multitasking and interfacing with machinery. More radical modifications might include replacing the entire lower body with tracked units for improved mobility, or swapping organic brains for more efficient cogitator units. The extent of augmentation often correlates with rank and knowledge within the Mechanicus hierarchy. Higher-ranking tech priests may retain little of their original organic form, becoming more akin to walking machines than recognizable humans. This transformation is seen not as a loss of humanity, but as transcendence beyond mortal limitations. Language sets the Adeptus Mechanicus apart from their imperial counterparts. While capable of speaking Gothic, the common tongue of the Imperium, tech priests prefer to communicate in binary cant. This specialized language, consisting of rapid bursts of sound and data, allows for the transmission of vast amounts of information in seconds. To the uninitiated, it sounds like meaningless static or the chirping of machinery. Rituals and ceremonies play a crucial role in Mechanicus culture. The rite of pure thought, for instance, involves the replacement of portions of the brain with cybernetics, ostensibly to eliminate emotional responses that might cloud logical judgment. The ritual of soul binding, performed on Mars, forges a psychic link between a tech priest and the Emperor, providing protection against the perils of the warp. Devotion to knowledge drives much of Mechanicus behavior. Tech priests view the acquisition and preservation of information as a sacred duty. This manifests in their tireless efforts to recover lost technologies, their meticulous record-keeping, and their reverence for ancient machines and data storage devices. The quest for knowledge, a fundamental tenet of their faith, propels explorator fleets to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. These expeditions brave untold dangers in search of archaeotech remnants of humanity's technological golden age. The recovery of even fragmentary STCs, standard template constructs, is cause for celebration, potentially revolutionizing Imperial technology. Secrecy shrouds much of the Mechanicus's work. Tech priests jealously guard their knowledge, sharing it only with those deemed worthy. This culture of concealment extends to their own ranks, with different orders and sects maintaining their own secret archives and technologies. Such practices often lead to suspicion and mistrust from other Imperial organizations. The Mechanicus's approach to innovation presents a paradox. While dedicated to technological advancement, they view radical innovation with suspicion. Established technologies, proven over millennia, are favored over untested ideas. This conservative approach, born from the catastrophic events of the Age of Strife and the Horus Heresy, sometimes hampers progress but ensures stability. Weaponry produced by the Adeptus Mechanicus reflects their unique technological expertise. Plasma guns, melta-weapons, and conversion beamers showcase their mastery over exotic forms of energy. The humble lasgun, mainstay of the Imperial Guard, is mass-produced in Mechanicus forges across the galaxy. More esoteric devices like transuranic arquebuy and eradication rays blur the line between science and sorcery. Titans, colossal war machines that tower over battlefields, epitomize Mechanicus military might. These behemoths, some standing hundreds of meters tall, combine devastating firepower with nigh impenetrable armor. Crews of specially trained tech priests form symbiotic bonds with their titans, merging mind and machine in perfect harmony. The forge worlds under Mechanicus control are marvels of industrial efficiency. Entire planets are transformed into sprawling factory complexes, their ecosystems reshaped to maximize production. Legions of servitors, lobotomized humans fused with machinery toil endlessly in these vast facilities, overseen by tech priests who view them as sacred instruments of the machine god's will. Attitudes towards artificial intelligence reveal one of the Mechanicus' most rigid dogmas. The development of true AI is strictly forbidden, a taboo rooted in the catastrophic events of the Men of Iron Rebellion during the Dark Age of technology. This prohibition extends to the point where some tech priests refuse to acknowledge machine spirits, the quasi-sentient essences believed to inhabit all technology, as a form of AI. Regarding Xenos technology, the Mechanicus adopts a cautious stance. While official doctrine condemns alien tech as heretical, pragmatism often prevails. Tech priests study captured Xenos artifacts in secret, seeking to unlock their mysteries while publicly denouncing their origins. This duplicity occasionally leads to conflict with more puritanical elements of the Imperium. The Mechanicus' mastery of genetics manifests in their creation of Scitarii legions. These cybernetically enhanced warriors serve as the primary military force of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Scitarii undergo extensive augmentation, their bodies and minds reshaped to better serve in combat. Linked via noospheric networks, they fight with a coordination that borders on hive-mind behavior. Acolytus Mechanici, eerie creatures that blend organic and mechanical components, serve as messengers and assistants to high-ranking tech priests. These diminutive beings, crafted from vat-grown flesh and arcane machinery, embody the Mechanicus' ability to create life in service to their goals. Tech priests' belief in the sanctity of knowledge extends to their own bodies. Many undergo the rite of memory traplining, a process that creates multiple redundant copies of their memories and knowledge. This practice ensures that even if a tech priest falls in battle or succumbs to system failure, their accumulated wisdom can be recovered and passed on. The Mechanicus maintains a complex relationship with the concept of death. While they seek to transcend mortal limitations through technology, they do not view death itself as an enemy to be conquered. Instead, death is seen as a transition, a shedding of fallible flesh as the spirit merges more fully with the machine. Aesthetics within Mechanicus culture prioritize function over form. The Baroque and ornate styles favored by much of the Imperium find little purchase among the tech priests. Instead, they favor clean lines, efficient designs, and visible mechanisms. This utilitarian approach extends to their personal appearances, with augmetics proudly displayed rather than concealed. Despite their alien appearance and inscrutable customs, the Adeptus Mechanicus remains an integral part of the Imperium. Their unique characteristics and specialized knowledge make them indispensable in maintaining the technological base that sustains humanity across the stars. As the galaxy plunges deeper into turmoil, the arcane sciences of the Mechanicus may well hold the key to mankind's survival, or herald its final transformation into something no longer recognizably human. Within the vast tapestry of the Imperium, the Adeptus Mechanicus occupies a unique and indispensable position. Their influence permeates every aspect of human civilization, from the highest echelons of imperial governance to the daily lives of countless citizens across the galaxy. At the core of the Mechanicus's role lies their monopoly on technological knowledge. As custodians of humanity's scientific heritage, they hold the keys to mankind's survival among the stars. This responsibility grants them immense power and autonomy within the imperial structure, enshrined in ancient pacts like the Treaty of Mars. Manufacturing capabilities place the Adeptus Mechanicus at the heart of the Imperium's war machine. Their forge worlds churn out an endless stream of weapons, vehicles, and equipment essential for the Imperial Guard, Space Marines, and other military forces. Without this constant production, the Imperium's ability to defend itself against myriad threats would be severely compromised. Titans, the colossal war engines that can turn the tide of entire campaigns, exemplify the Mechanicus's martial contributions. These walking fortresses, maintained by the Collegia Titanica, represent the pinnacle of Imperial military technology. Their deployment often proves decisive in conflicts against both internal and external foes. Beyond warfare, the tech priest's expertise keeps the wheels of Imperial infrastructure turning. From maintaining ancient planetary defense systems to overseeing the operation of vital manufacturing plants, their presence ensures the continued functioning of countless human worlds. This ubiquity further cements their importance to the Imperium's survival. Exploration of the galaxy falls within the Mechanicus's purview through their explorator fleets. These expeditions, driven by the quest for knowledge, push the boundaries of Imperial space. In their search for archaeotech and lost human colonies, explorators often serve as the vanguard of Imperial expansion, paving the way for future colonization efforts. The Mechanicus' influence extends into the realm of Imperial faith. While the ecclesiarchy oversees the worship of the Emperor as a god, the Adeptus Mechanicus maintains its own religious traditions centered around the Omnissiah. This parallel belief system, tolerated due to the Mechanicus's vital role, adds another layer of complexity to the Imperium's spiritual landscape. Political maneuvering sees the Adeptus Mechanicus deeply involved in Imperial governance. The Fabricator General of Mars holds a seat on the High Lords of Terra, the ruling council of the Imperium. This position allows the Mechanicus to shape policy at the highest levels, ensuring their interests are protected and their voice heard in matters of galactic importance. Resource acquisition drives much of the Mechanicus's interaction with other Imperial organizations. Their need for rare materials and energy sources to fuel their forges and research often leads to complex negotiations and sometimes conflicts with other factions vying for the same resources. This competition can shape the development of entire sectors. Technological innovation, tightly controlled by the Mechanicus, progresses at a glacial pace. This conservative approach, born of caution and religious dogma, has far-reaching consequences for the Imperium. While it prevents potentially catastrophic mishaps, it also hampers the development of new solutions to emerging threats. Education and training of technical personnel falls largely under Mechanicus purview. From instructing engine seers who maintain Imperial Guard vehicles to overseeing the creation of servitors, the tech priests shape the technical capabilities of numerous Imperial organizations. This educational role further extends their influence throughout society. Diplomatic relations with Forge worlds not directly under Mechanicus control showcase the organization's political acumen. These independent techno-fiefdoms, while nominally part of the Imperium, often require delicate handling. The Mechanicus' ability to negotiate favorable terms with these worlds is crucial for maintaining a stable flow of resources and technology. Xenorite factions within the Mechanicus, dedicated to the study of alien technology, play a controversial yet vital role. Their research, often conducted in secret, pushes the boundaries of Imperial tech dogma. While officially condemned, the insights gained from Xenos artifacts have occasionally proven crucial in countering alien threats. The Mechanicus' involvement in void warfare extends beyond merely supplying ships and weapons. Tech priests serve aboard Imperial vessels as part of command crews, their expertise essential for operating and maintaining the complex systems that allow for interstellar travel and combat. This presence gives them significant influence over naval operations and strategy. Planetary governance often involves Mechanicus representatives, especially on worlds with significant industrial or technological assets. Their input on resource allocation, production quotas, and technological implementation can shape the destiny of entire populations. This ground-level involvement ensures their interests are protected across the Imperium. Archaeotech recovery missions, spearheaded by the Mechanicus, can reshape the balance of power within entire sectors. The discovery of lost technologies, or STCs, can elevate the importance of previously overlooked worlds, drawing the attention of various Imperial factions and potentially igniting conflicts over control of these valuable finds. The Mechanicus' role in maintaining the Astronomicon, the psychic beacon that allows for warp travel, underscores their importance to the Imperium's very existence. While the Emperor's power fuels this vital navigation aid, it is the technical expertise of the Mechanicus that keeps the physical infrastructure operational. Without their constant efforts, interstellar travel and communication would collapse. Biotechnological advancements, carefully controlled by the Mechanicus, influence fields ranging from medicine to agriculture. Their ability to enhance crop yields or develop new treatments for diseases affects the lives of countless Imperial citizens, often without their knowledge. This subtle influence extends the Mechanicus' reach into the most fundamental aspects of human existence. The Mechanicus' stance on abominable intelligence, AI, shapes the Imperium's entire approach to computing and data processing. Their prohibition on true AI development, stemming from ancient calamities, forces reliance on less efficient but supposedly safer methods. This dogma ripples through every aspect of Imperial technology, from starship navigation to planetary administration. Conflicts with other Imperial organizations occasionally flare up due to the Mechanicus' unique status and divergent priorities. Disputes with the ecclesiarchy over matters of faith, or with the Inquisition regarding the study of potentially heretical technologies, can have far-reaching consequences. These internal struggles often play out as proxy conflicts on distant worlds or through Byzantine political maneuvering. The Mechanicus' influence on Imperial architecture and urban planning is evident across human-settled space. Their preference for function over form, combined with their understanding of advanced materials and construction techniques, results in distinctively utilitarian yet highly efficient designs. This aesthetic sensibility shapes the very environments in which much of humanity lives and works. Servitor production, a technology monopolized by the Mechanicus, raises ethical questions that reverberate throughout Imperial society. The widespread use of these cybernetic slaves for everything from menial labor to combat roles normalizes a practice that many find disturbing. This tacit acceptance of servitor technology speaks to the Mechanicus' ability to shape societal norms through their technical innovations. The Mechanicus' role in censuring or approving new technologies acts as a filter through which all innovation must pass. This gatekeeping function allows them to maintain their technological monopoly while also guiding the direction of imperial scientific advancement. The power to declare a new invention heretical or to grant it the Mechanicus's seal of approval can make or break entire industries. In times of crisis, the Mechanicus's ability to rapidly repurpose industrial capacity can prove crucial to the Imperium's survival. Their expertise in logistics and manufacturing allows for the swift conversion of civilian production lines to military applications or the redistribution of resources to counter unexpected threats. This flexibility, paradoxically coupled with their usually conservative nature, adds a vital element of adaptability to the often rigid imperial war machine. As humanity faces ever-growing threats from without and within, the role of the Adeptus Mechanicus becomes increasingly pivotal. Their vast knowledge, industrial might, and technological innovations may well hold the key to mankind's continued survival in a hostile universe. Yet their dogmatic approach and jealously guarded monopoly on technology also present potential stumbling blocks to progress. The future of the Imperium, for better or worse, is inextricably linked to the path chosen by the disciples of the Machine God. Delving into the arcane lore of the Adeptus Mechanicus reveals a trove of fascinating tales and intriguing characters. These stories, passed down through generations of tech priests, offer glimpses into the complex world of the machine cult. Archenland, a legendary tech priest of Mars, stands out as one of the most renowned figures in Mechanicus history. His explorations of the Martian catacombs during the Age of Strife led to the discovery of numerous lost technologies. Most famous among these finds were the STC templates for the Land Raider and Land Speeder, vehicles that would become mainstays of Imperial military forces. Ironically, Land himself never saw the fruits of his discoveries, as he vanished during a later expedition into the depths of Mars. The Kaban machine incident serves as a cautionary tale within Mechanicus ranks. During the Horus Heresy, a group of tech priests on Mars created an artificial intelligence known as the Kaban machine. This act of tech heresy nearly led to catastrophe when the machine rebelled against its creators. The incident reinforced the Mechanicus's strict prohibitions against true AI, and remains a whispered warning among apprentice tech priests. Belisarius Cawl, a controversial figure even by Mechanicus standards, has played a pivotal role in recent imperial history. Over 10,000 years old, Call's longevity and vast knowledge have allowed him to push the boundaries of imperial technology. His crowning achievement, the Primaris Space Marines, represents one of the most significant advancements in transhuman biology since the Emperor's original work. Call's willingness to experiment and innovate has earned him both admiration and suspicion within the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The fate of Magos Dominus Faustinius highlights the dangers faced by explorator fleets. Leading an expedition into the Ghoul Stars, Faustinius and his team encountered a previously unknown xenospecies. The ensuing conflict resulted in the loss of the entire fleet, save for a single ship that managed to return with warnings of the threat. This incident led to increased caution in explorator missions and sparked debates about the risks of the quest for knowledge. Coriel Zeth, fabricator locum of Mars during the Horus Heresy, stands as a symbol of progressive thinking within the Mechanicus. Her creation, the Akashic Reader, was designed to tap into a theorized universal repository of knowledge. Though the device was ultimately destroyed during the conflict on Mars, Zeth's work continues to inspire more open-minded tech priests who seek to push beyond the constraints of established dogma. The mystery of the breath of the gods continues to puzzle Mechanicus scholars. This ancient device, capable of manipulating reality itself, was discovered and subsequently lost during the Horus Heresy. Debates rage among tech priests about the nature of the device, with some arguing it was a weapon of unimaginable power, while others believe it to be a tool for creation on a cosmic scale. The search for the breath of the gods remains a holy quest for certain Mechanicus factions. Lexel Kotov's ill-fated explorator fleet provides a tale of ambition and hubris. Setting out to cross the Halo Stars, Kotov led his fleet into uncharted space in search of the legendary Planet of Shadows. The journey, fraught with peril, resulted in encounters with unknown Xenos species and horrific warp phenomena. Though Kotov ultimately reached his goal, the cost in lives and resources was staggering, leading to heated debates within the Mechanicus about the limits of exploration. The legend of the Omnicopeia tantalizes tech priests with the promise of ultimate knowledge. Said to be a complete database of all human technology, the Omnicopeia represents the holy grail of the quest for knowledge. Numerous expeditions have been launched in search of this mythical archive, each ending in failure or tragedy. Despite the lack of concrete evidence for its existence, the legend persists, driving ambitious magi to continue the search. Vettius Telok's expedition into the Ghoul Stars serves as both inspiration and warning. Telok, a respected archmagos, led a fleet in search of the fabled breath of the gods. His disappearance sparked numerous rescue attempts and follow-up expeditions, each adding to the mythos surrounding the original mission. Rumors persist of Telok's survival in some form, fueling continued interest in the mysteries of the Ghoul Stars. The tale of Magos Biologis Kaidus showcases the Mechanicus's complex relationship with genetic manipulation. Kaidus's experiments in combining human and Xenos DNA pushed the boundaries of imperial doctrine. His work, while officially condemned, produced breakthroughs in understanding alien biology that proved invaluable in combating Xenos threats. The controversy surrounding Kaidus's research continues to influence debates on the ethical limits of biological experimentation within the Mechanicus. Hieronymus Tesla's development of the altered carbon process represents a significant, if ethically questionable, advancement in human consciousness transfer. This technology, allowing for the storage and transfer of human minds between bodies, blurs the line between flesh and machine in ways that even some tech priests find disturbing. The implications of Tesla's work continue to be debated, with some seeing it as the next step in human evolution, while others view it as a dangerous divergence from the Omnisia's plan. The tragic story of Magos Ipluvian Maximal serves as a reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition. Maximal's experiments with warp technology on the forge world of Velchanos Magna led to a catastrophic breach of reality. The entire planet was lost to the warp, along with billions of inhabitants and invaluable technological resources. This incident reinforced the Mechanicus's cautious approach to dealing with warp-based technologies. Archmagos Belisarius Cowl's creation of the Primaris Space Marines stands as one of the most controversial and impactful events in recent imperial history. This project, conducted in secret over millennia, pushed the boundaries of transhuman enhancement beyond what was thought possible. The introduction of the Primaris Marines has not only altered the balance of power within the Imperium, but has also sparked intense debate within the Mechanicus about the limits of innovation and the sanctity of the Emperor's original work. The quest of Magos explorator Omnid Torquora showcases the lengths to which some tech priests will go in pursuit of knowledge. Torquora's obsession with uncovering the secrets of the Necrons led him to undergo extensive self-modification, replacing much of his humanity with Necron-inspired technology. His transformation blurred the lines between devotion to the Omnitia and tech heresy, sparking fierce debates within the Mechanicus about the nature of the divine machine and the limits of acceptable augmentation. The legend of the Speranza, a colossal Arch Mechanicus vessel, captivates the imagination of many within the Adeptus Mechanicus. This ancient ship, said to contain technologies beyond the comprehension of even the most learned tech priests, has become a symbol of the lost knowledge of humanity's golden age. Stories of the Speranza's reality-bending capabilities and its machine spirit of unparalleled power inspire countless explorator missions seeking similar relics from the dark age of technology. Archmagos Dominus Belisarius Call's controversial Primaris project extended beyond mere biological enhancements. His work on updating and improving Space Marine war gear, including the development of new patterns of power armor and weaponry, represents one of the most significant technological leaps in the Imperium in millennia. The introduction of technologies like the repulsor grav tank and the Redemptor dreadnought has reshaped Imperial military doctrine and reignited debates about innovation within the Mechanicus. The fate of Magos Biologis Exorius serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of Xenos contamination. During an expedition to study Tyrannid adaptation, Exorius became infected with a Genestealer strain. His subsequent transformation and the spread of the infection through his research team led to the quarantine and eventual destruction of an entire Mechanicus research station. This incident reinforced the need for stringent containment protocols in Xenos research and highlighted the ever-present threat of biological corruption. The discovery of the Tabula Myriad by Explorator Fleet Omega Septimus 093 sent shockwaves through the upper echelons of the Mechanicus. This ancient data construct, believed to contain blueprints for long-lost technologies, became the center of a fierce political struggle. Different factions within the Mechanicus vied for control of the tabula, each claiming the right to study and implement its knowledge. The ensuing conflict highlighted the internal divisions within the organization and the power of lost technology to shape Mechanicus politics. Archmagos Dracovax's experiments with time manipulation on the Forge world of Xana II pushed the boundaries of Imperial physics. His work, shrouded in secrecy and controversy, allegedly allowed for limited viewing of past and future events. The implications of such technology were staggering, potentially offering strategic advantages beyond measure. However, the project's sudden termination and Dracovax's mysterious disappearance have led to rampant speculation and ongoing investigations by various Mechanicus factions. The tale of the Breath of the Gods, an artifact of immense power discovered during the Horus Heresy, continues to fascinate and terrify tech priests in equal measure. This device, capable of reshaping reality according to the will of its user, represents both the pinnacle of human technological achievement and a cautionary tale about the dangers of playing God. The destruction of the original artifact has not dampened interest in its principles, with some radical tech priests secretly pursuing research into similar reality-altering technologies. Magos Explorator Omnid Torquora's transformation and subsequent actions in the Subacar system highlight the complex relationship between the Mechanicus and Necron technology. Torquora's fascination with Necron tech led him to replace much of his body with Necron-inspired augmetics, blurring the line between devotion to the Omnicia and tech heresy. His eventual leadership of a Necron dynasty raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness and the ultimate goals of the Mechanicus's quest for knowledge and transcendence. The legendary Varlian device, said to be capable of manipulating the fundamental forces of the universe, has been the object of numerous Mechanicus expeditions. Stories of its power to create or destroy matter, alter gravitational fields, and even influence the flow of time have inspired generations of tech priests. While its existence remains unconfirmed, the search for the Varlian device and other mythical archaeotech continues to drive explorator fleets to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. These tales and legends, passed down through generations of tech priests, form an integral part of Mechanicus lore. They serve not only as historical accounts, but also as parables, warnings, and inspirations for those who walk the path of the machine god. In a culture that reveres knowledge above all else, these stories represent a vital link to the past and a guide for navigating the complex moral and technological challenges of the future. Examining the Adeptus Mechanicus reveals a complex tapestry of contradictions and paradoxes. This ancient organization, tasked with preserving humanity's technological heritage, stands at the crossroads of progress and stagnation, innovation and dogma. Their influence permeates every aspect of imperial society, yet they remain enigmatic and often misunderstood. At its core, the Mechanicus represents humanity's enduring quest for knowledge and understanding. Their tireless efforts to uncover lost technologies and push the boundaries of scientific understanding embody the human spirit of exploration and discovery. However, this noble pursuit is tempered by a rigid adherence to tradition and a deep-seated fear of repeating past mistakes. The Mechanicus's role as the guardians of technology grants them immense power within the Imperium. Their monopoly on technical knowledge and manufacturing capabilities makes them indispensable to the war effort and daily functioning of countless worlds. This position of strength allows them to operate with a degree of autonomy unmatched by most imperial organizations. Paradoxically, the very dogma that defines the Mechanicus also serves as its greatest limitation. The veneration of ancient technology and suspicion of innovation often hinders progress. This conservative approach, while preventing potential catastrophes, may also leave the Imperium ill-equipped to face evolving threats. The fusion of religious fervor and scientific inquiry that characterizes the Mechanicus presents a unique philosophical conundrum. Their belief in the omniscia and the divine nature of technology blurs the lines between faith and reason. This worldview, incomprehensible to many outsiders, shapes every aspect of their society and decision-making processes. Analyzing the Mechanicus' approach to the human form reveals much about their values and goals. The extensive augmentation practiced by tech priests represents a radical reimagining of what it means to be human. This pursuit of perfection through technology raises profound questions about the nature of humanity and the limits of transformation. The Mechanicus' relationship with artificial intelligence stands out as one of their most defining and consequential positions. Their absolute prohibition on true AI, rooted in ancient calamities, shapes the technological landscape of the entire Imperium. While this stance may protect against certain dangers, it also limits the potential for advancement in fields like computing and automation. Examining the explorator fleets provides insight into the Mechanicus' role in expanding human knowledge. These expeditions, driven by the quest for knowledge, often serve as the vanguard of imperial expansion. The risks taken by explorators in pursuit of archaeotech highlight the Mechanicus' dedication to their cause, often at great personal and material cost. The Mechanicus' influence on imperial military technology cannot be overstated. From the humble lasgun to towering titans, their creations form the backbone of humanity's defense against myriad threats. This martial focus, while necessary for survival, also raises questions about the prioritization of military applications over other potential areas of technological development. The internal politics of the Mechanicus reveal a complex web of competing factions and ideologies. Disputes between conservative and progressive elements, debates over the interpretation of ancient doctrines, and rivalries between Forge worlds all contribute to a dynamic and often volatile internal landscape. This diversity of thought, while sometimes leading to conflict, also drives innovation and adaptation within the organization. The Mechanicus' approach to Xenos technology highlights the tension between dogma and pragmatism. While officially condemned, the study of alien artifacts often yields valuable insights. This willingness to secretly incorporate foreign knowledge demonstrates a flexibility that belies their often rigid public stance. Analyzing the role of Forge worlds in the Imperium's economy reveals the extent of the Mechanicus' influence. These industrial powerhouses, each a mini-empire in its own right, form the backbone of imperial manufacturing. The political and economic leverage this grants the Mechanicus cannot be understated, often allowing them to shape imperial policy to their advantage. The creation and use of servitors by the Mechanicus raises significant ethical questions. This practice, involving the lobotomization and cybernetic enhancement of human beings, blurs the line between man and machine in disturbing ways. The widespread acceptance of servitor technology speaks volumes about the moral compromises made in the name of efficiency and progress. Examining the Mechanicus' role in maintaining crucial imperial infrastructure, such as the Astronomicon, underscores their importance to humanity's survival. Their technical expertise keeps the wheels of interstellar travel and communication turning, binding the far-flung realms of the Imperium together. This responsibility grants them leverage in imperial politics, while also tying their fate inextricably to that of the Imperium as a whole. The Mechanicus' influence on education and knowledge dissemination throughout the Imperium cannot be overlooked. By controlling access to technical information and training, they shape the intellectual landscape of human society. This gatekeeping role allows them to maintain their monopoly on advanced technology while also ensuring a steady supply of initiates to their ranks. Analyzing the long-term implications of the Mechanicus policies reveals potential challenges for the future of the Imperium. Their conservative approach to innovation, while preventing certain risks, may leave humanity ill-equipped to adapt to new threats. The balance between caution and progress remains a delicate one, with the fate of the species hanging in the balance. The Mechanicus' experiments with transhuman enhancement, exemplified by projects like the Primara Space Marines, showcase their potential to reshape the very nature of humanity. These advancements, while offering new hope in the face of overwhelming odds, also raise questions about the direction of human evolution and the ethical limits of genetic and cybernetic manipulation. Examining the Mechanicus' role in censoring and controlling the flow of information throughout the Imperium reveals the extent of their influence on human culture and knowledge. By determining which technologies are deemed acceptable and which are labeled as tech heresy, they shape the course of human development on a galactic scale. The Mechanicus' handling of rediscovered STCs, standard template constructs, provides insight into their approach to managing technological advancements. These rare and invaluable blueprints from humanity's golden age are treated with utmost reverence, yet their implementation is often slow and carefully controlled. This measured approach to integrating new technologies demonstrates both the Mechanicus' caution and their desire to maintain their monopoly on advanced knowledge. Analyzing the psychological impact of extensive augmentation on tech priests offers a window into the transhuman condition. The gradual replacement of organic components with mechanical parts not only alters their physical form, but also fundamentally changes their perception of reality and their place within it. This transformation raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness and the boundaries between human and machine. The Mechanicus' role in terraforming and maintaining habitable worlds showcases their mastery over the environment. Their ability to reshape planets to suit human needs is a testament to their technological prowess. However, this power also comes with great responsibility, as the fate of entire ecosystems and populations often rests in their hands. Examining the Mechanicus' approach to data storage and preservation reveals much about their values and priorities. The emphasis on redundancy and the creation of vast archives speaks to their reverence for knowledge and their determination to prevent another fall like the one that ended the dark age of technology. Yet, this focus on preservation sometimes comes at the expense of practical application and innovation. The Mechanicus' relationship with the ecclesiarchy, the official state church of the Imperium, is fraught with tension and complexity. While both organizations venerate the Emperor, their interpretations and methods often clash. This uneasy coexistence highlights the delicate balance of power within the Imperium and the potential for conflict between its major institutions. Analyzing the economic impact of the Mechanicus on the broader Imperium reveals a complex web of dependencies and power dynamics. Their control over advanced manufacturing techniques and rare resources gives them significant leverage in trade negotiations and political disputes. This economic might often translates into political influence, allowing the Mechanicus to shape imperial policy in ways that extend far beyond the realm of technology. The Mechanicus' role in space exploration and colonization efforts underscores their importance to the Imperium's expansion. Their expertise in void travel, life support systems, and planetary assessment makes them indispensable in the quest to claim new worlds for humanity. This pivotal role ensures their continued relevance and power within the imperial hierarchy. Examining the Mechanicus' approach to archaeological expeditions provides insight into their methodology and priorities. The lengths to which they will go to recover fragments of lost technology demonstrate the value they place on reclaiming humanity's scientific heritage. However, these expeditions also expose the risks they are willing to take, sometimes at great cost in lives and resources. The Mechanicus' influence on imperial architecture and urban planning has far-reaching implications for the daily lives of billions. Their focus on functionality and efficiency often results in stark, utilitarian designs that prioritize productivity over aesthetics or comfort. This approach shapes the very environments in which much of humanity lives and works, subtly influencing culture and society. Analyzing the Mechanicus' role in maintaining the Emperor's golden throne reveals the extent of their technical expertise and the weight of their responsibilities. This most sacred of duties ties them inextricably to the fate of the Imperium and the Emperor himself. The pressure of this task and the consequences of potential failure undoubtedly influence their conservative approach to innovation and change. In conclusion, the Adeptus Mechanicus stands as a pillar of the Imperium, indispensable yet often misunderstood. Their quest for knowledge and technological mastery drives them to explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy and delve into the deepest mysteries of science. Yet this pursuit is tempered by caution born of past tragedies and a rigid adherence to ancient doctrines. The future of the Imperium is inextricably linked to the path chosen by the Adeptus Mechanicus. Their ability to balance innovation with tradition, to navigate the fine line between progress and heresy, may well determine the fate of humanity in a hostile universe. As threats both internal and external continue to mount, the wisdom and ingenuity of the tech priests will be tested as never before. The Mechanicus' fusion of flesh and metal serves as both a literal and metaphorical representation of humanity's struggle to adapt and survive in a changing galaxy. This melding of organic and artificial embodies the potential for transcendence, but also raises profound questions about the nature of humanity and the cost of progress. Ultimately, the Adeptus Mechanicus represents humanity's enduring spirit of inquiry and invention, tempered by the harsh realities of a dangerous universe. Their triumphs and failures, their discoveries and setbacks, all contribute to the rich tapestry of human experience in a far-flung future. As they continue to push the boundaries of knowledge and technology, the tech priests of Mars may hold the key to mankind's salvation, or to its final transformation into something no longer recognizably human.